Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, it is time to get outside and enjoy San Diego and San Diego County. There's so much stuff to do outdoors. We've got a couple of folks here to help us, to encourage us to do so. Michelle LeVake, she is park ranger at San Elijo Lagoon Ecological Reserve, and Katie Rast is Director of Community Impact for the San Diego Foundation. Good morning to the two of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
San Diego is like no other city, county that I know of. It has so much and such a wide diversity, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, we know that San Diego has so many wonderful outdoor spaces to offer, but our Parks for Everyone report showed that there are still disparities between who and where we have access to those areas. So the Get Outside San Diego project is really helping support our Opening the Outdoors program that makes sure that all residents have access to green spaces in San Diego.
Okay, so what's the point of this today? You've got a new website, right, that people can go to and really use.
Exactly. Get Outside San Diego helps residents of San Diego find the parks and spaces near them, and they can sort based on things that they're interested in.
All right, Michelle.
Yes.
First of all, you brought a friend.
I did.
What's his name?
This is Franklin.
Hi, Franklin.
He's a Sonoran desert tortoise.
Now, does he hang out where you hang out, or where do you find these?
You find him in East San Diego County.
So
he'd be out in the desert, but he lives at the beach right now.
He does live at the beach.
He's an animal ambassador at San Elijo Lagoon.
So tell us what you do.
Well, as a park ranger, I do a little bit of everything. I do education programs, outreach, land stewardship, make sure that people are using the park safely and appropriately, protecting both people and the resources.
And those who don't know that area, San Elijo, what is to offer there? Because it's fairly unique, isn't it?
It's very unique. It's one of the few saltwater lagoons left in Southern California. We've lost about 90 to 95% of them. So it's home to a wide variety of different plants and animals, and very important for birds migrating along the Pacific Flyway when they're going from wintering to summering
So
routes.
what do people do when they go there? There's some trails.
We've got trails. We've got about 8 miles of trails, and then we have a Platinum LEED certified nature center, and we do a lot of programs there. We've also have a little loop trail there as well, and then we do special events, Sunday Family Fun Day, all kinds of stuff.
What is this display over here for?
We want to encourage people to get outside and camp. We've got campgrounds, everything from coast, valley, mountain, and desert, where you might find Franklin.
Sure. How do you make reservations, these campgrounds? Because it's pretty competitive, isn't it? I mean, they fill up.
They do fill up. So you want to plan your trip early. And then if you go to sdparks.org, there's a link to our reservations tab where you can view available tent, RV, and even camping cabins.
How far out do you need to do it if you're going to do it? Camping normally, some of these places, like months?
Months, yeah. I would recommend months. And depending on the time of year, if you have some flexibility to go in the off season too. And
depending on where too, if it's coastal or desert.
Our high point out at Agua Caliente out in the desert is definitely in the winter, fall, spring. Yeah.
Katie, you mentioned that it's not always available to everybody.
Right.
What do you mean? What specifically are you talking about?
Well, so at the San Diego Foundation, we always want to be sure we're strengthening our communities and working with the nonprofits that do that great work in the community. And some of our communities are park poor. They have less green space and less accessible green space. So we really want to be sure that we work with these great organizations that are ensuring the preservation and accessibility of those spaces.
And how do these people get to enjoy it, though, if they are stuck, say, in an area where there's not that many parks?
Absolutely. So in some cases, it's really about revitalizing an area that just needs a little love, a little TLC.
Sure.
In City Heights, for example, there's a great Canyonlands project where they took a lot of interconnected canyons and worked to revitalize them, worked with youth in the neighborhood to turn them into sort of learning laboratories.
Right.
And so there's a lot of different ways that people can be proactive in that and get outside.
So what's the message today? What should people take away from this?
Get outside, San Diego. We have one of the most beautiful spaces and an amazing community, and we want to be sure that all of our youth and families have access to that.
Information go to
sdfoundation.org.
Thank you very much, the two of you, for coming in. And you? He stays right on the table.
Franklin's been very good.
What a cool dude. All right, listening out to Brad Perry this morning.